Hello and a warm welcome to the program. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Our focus is on the North Central today, but first, our top stories. Justice Liman Mohammed of the Federal High Court, Kano State, has declared that the dethroned Emir Aminu Ado Bayero has jurisdiction to be heard. The case filed by the Kingmaker, Aminu Baba Dan Agundi, is that of a fundamental human rights case in the Emirate tussle. The development comes days after a Kano State High Court ordered substituted service on Mr. Bayero and 4 others in a case filed by the Kano State government to restrain them from parading themselves as emirs. The Supreme Court has reserved judgment in the suit of the federal government against the 36 state governors seeking full autonomy for the 774 local government councils in the country. Justice Garba Lawal told the parties in the matter that they will be communicated once the judgment is ready. He announced that the reservation of judgment after the 7-man panel of the Apex Court had taken adoption of processes filed by the Attorney General of the Federation, Mr. Lateef Fagbemi-San, on behalf of the federal government and those of the 36 state governors. 1 person has been confirmed dead, while 2 others have been rescued from the rubble of a 5-story centenary building which collapsed in Anambra State yesterday. No one could give the exact account of what caused the collapse, as the officials were not around, but operations continued till later in the evening when the survivors were rescued. Some engineers from Kwara have expressed shock at the entire collapse of the 5-story building, but could not ascertain the exact issue that led to the collapse. Health officials were also on standby during the search operations when the deputy governor arrived to ensure a smooth exercise. The Federal High Court in Abuja has adjourned the arraignment of the former governor of Kogi State, Mr. Yahaya Bello, on an alleged money laundering case instituted against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, to June the 27th, following an agreement by both counsels. At the resumed hearing, a counsel to the former governor, Adeola Adedipe, told the court that the EFCC lawyers approached the lead counsel that the June 13th date would not be convenient for them to proceed with the arraignment. Mr. Rotimi Oyedepo, however, said he was not aware of any meeting that happened outside the court, and he did not know about the understanding to adjourn till the 27th of this month. Justice Wite adjourned the case after an undertaking by Mr. Bello's lawyer that the defendant would appear on the said day. He added that ordinarily, an agreement outside the court that a new date should be picked should not be enough to ignore the previous undertaking. The Federal Road Maintenance Agency, FEMA, has flagged off the desilting of water channels to prevent flooding in Kogi State. The managing director of the agency, Mr. Chukwuemeka Agbasi, says measures have been put in place to desilt hydraulic structures in order to mitigate the effect of flooding. He appealed to staff of the agency to work hard towards ensuring that roads in the state are properly maintained.
It is the first official visit of the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Federal Roads Maintenance Agency to Lokoja, the Kogi State capital. The visit is aimed to engage with staff, inspect ongoing projects, launch a new initiative, and also ensure that the agency's activities is in tune with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu. He is received by the Federal Roads Maintenance Engineer in Kogi State and members of the staff of agency who gather for an interactive session to talk about the challenges encountered with road maintenance in the state.
The essence of this meeting is interaction with the interface with MD. You should know I was asking some of the old staffs here. I asked them, when last do we have such interface like this directly with MD? Some of them couldn't even remember. They said they don't even think they've ever had such interaction. In most occasions, MD will just go straight to the site, and from there, he moved back to Abuja. So this is a great honor that we'll be having you.
Appreciating the members of staff at the Kogi field office, the firmer boss promises to look into these issues in addition to improving welfare of workers.
As we all know, The roads are the backbone of Nigeria's economy. Most transportation, movement of freight and goods are done on the roads. So it becomes incumbent on us to try to remove any potential barrier that will stop us from carrying our mandate. Obviously, the necessary support that underpins that work needs to be provided. And as I said, it's my responsibility to make sure that that happens.
The team proceeds to inspect some ongoing projects, reinstatement of critical washout and filled section along the Okene-Ajaokuta-Itobe Road.
The agency has works planned for before the rainy season. And these works are primarily designed to desilt the drainages we have on the network. So our plans for before the rainy season is to make sure that all our pavements and all our drainages are desilted so that it will ensure free flow of water during the rainy season.
A major issue that brought the farmer MD to Kogi State is early preparation for flooding, a large part of which is the silting of drainage channels, which is being flagged off at the Ajego community along Itobe-Ayongba Road.
Kogi State is a prone area to flooding, and we've received signal that this year we're going to witness some flooding activities within the country, and we know that Kogi is one of the highest prone areas to flood effects in this country. So by opening up our drains, it will keep our roads dry and they will last for long.
The desilting is being done along channels that affect federal roads across the country to mitigate the impact of flooding, keep the integrity intact, and enhance serviceability.
The federal government has established a science and technical school in Kwara State as part of efforts to improve the technical skills of secondary school students. While handing over the school to the state government in Kwara Baruti local government area, the Minister of Education urged the students to take advantage of the gesture of the renewed hope agenda of skill development.
This is the handing over ceremony of the Science and Technical College in Kwara Baruti local government, Kwara State. The Minister for Education, who is represented by a Deputy Director in the ministry, talks about the essence of this institution.
Government Secondary School Kwara was approved by the then Honorable Minister of Education, Malam Adamu, and upon assessment, all other things that needed to be done took off, and today we are here to celebrate not only the development of woman capital, but also to celebrate a future of our students who are going to be skilled in different aspects.
The Kwara State government has appreciated the federal government for setting up this school, which will promote technological advancement.
I would like to inform you that this school is dedicated to equip its students with the needed scientific, technical, and vocational education to drive innovation and progress in various sectors. It will promote technological advancement in the field of engineering, computer science, and applied sciences. The cumulative effect will boost entrepreneurship, reduce youth unemployment by equipping students with technical skills, while also increasing the skilled force to activate economic prosperity.
The Speaker of the State Assembly, who is from the area, called on the management to guard against vandalism and urged the students to face their studies to justify the investment.
This school is not only for Kwara, it's for Baruti and Kwara North Senatorial District and Kwara. You can see how the people of Baruti are very happy. Our emirate, the 4 emirates are well represented here. Our first-class emirs are all here to tell you that they appreciate His Excellency Malan Abdraman Abdrazak.
Kwara is one of the 16 states in the second category that has benefited from the establishment of science and technical schools, which is set to improve the science and technical knowledge of secondary school students, especially in the North Zone.
The Defense Headquarters has announced the killing of 197 terrorists in addition to the arrest of 310 others. Addressing a news conference in the nation's capital, Abuja, the Director, Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, says the military will continue to kill terrorists and insurgents as long as they threaten the peace of Nigeria as a nation. He equally announced the arrest of some members of the indigenous people of Biafra and Eastern Security Network.
Our war effort is designed and crafted to not just defeat the terrorists, but to destroy them, as well as dismantle their terror infrastructure, which include their military capability, their administrative capability, as well as their logistic capabilities. Now, following the killing of 5 personnel at the checkpoint in Abia State, troops conducted several intelligence-based operations, and these operations led to the discovery and destruction of several indigenous people of Biafra and their Eastern Security Network cohorts terrorist camps across the southeast region. Now, several arrests were made, and those who were found not to have any connection with the incident were released, while several others culpable are still in detention.
Still to come on the program, police arrest several suspected kidnappers who have been terrorizing the nation's capital, Abuja. Join us again. Welcome back. The lawmaker representing Lafia Central at the Nasarawa State House of Assembly, Mr. Solomon Akwashike, has distributed vehicles to his constituents as well as inaugurated 40 boreholes. The gesture, which is in commemoration of his 1 year in office, also witnessed the empowerment of 500 women. Our correspondent, Halima Gayam, has this report.
Nasarawa State stakeholders across political party divides are in Akruba community of Lafia local government area. State lawmakers seem to be following in the footsteps of the federal government to cushion the effect of the removal of fuel subsidy with empowerment programs to help their constituents get by, such as being done by the lawmaker representing Lafia Central under the Social Democratic Party. Deputy Governor Emmanuel Akabe represents Governor Abdullahi Soleh at this gathering to distribute the items to the beneficiaries, which includes vehicles. As he commends the lawmaker for the gesture, he calls on everyone to work together for the development of the state.
This is what democracy is all about. You must give back to the people what the people have given to you. Our prayer is that our state will continue to prosper. We'll continue to have the support and synergy amongst all the citizens of the state.
Petty businesswomen are also empowered, while 40 boreholes constructed and renovated are inaugurated across Lafia Central.
I sincerely come with this gesture to make sure there are impact in the life of our constituency. This election is not about SDP. It's about all the party as far as Lafia Central is concerned. Because we are yearning for change. We are yearning for quality representative.
The Nasarawa State Speaker corroborates the assurance of doing more for the people as he calls for synergy across party lines to make it more meaningful.
The people of Nasarawa State in all the 24 constituencies are feeling the impact of members of Nasarawa State House of Assembly. And I want to tell you that we will not fail you, as I've earlier said. What we need from you is your support and your prayers.
Lawmakers in the state are initiating different projects and programs that have direct bearing on the lives of their constituents, as those within their first year in office promise that more will be done as the months unfold. Halima Gayam, Channels Television News.
Religious leaders have called on the federal government to step up its fight against insurgency, poverty, economic downturn and unemployment. At a press conference in the Kwara State capital, the Bishop, Catholic Diocese of Ilorin, Most Reverend Anselm Pendo, laments the lacuna in the education and health sectors and called for urgent steps to correct the situation. While an Islamic scholar, Professor Larry Badmus, says hunger has been ravaging many people and urgent steps should be taken to improve the minimum wage and uncontrollable inflation in the market.
Well, we have three problems confronting the country. The first one is hunger, the second one is hunger, and the third one is hunger. Mr. President, in the last 12 months, appears to be trying his best. But his best has not been good enough. For as long as he's not able to reverse the poverty that's staring people in their face, he's there in the presidency to improve the economic situation, to improve the security situation, to improve the life of Nigerians generally. But it appears that we're having what we call the diminishing return. The President will be thinking of a mechanism to address the uncontrollable inflationary trend in Nigeria market.
Many Nigerians are groaning and lamenting due to high inflation and high cost of living everywhere. A greater percentage of the populace is living below the poverty line in the midst of superabundance of human and natural resources our nation is blessed with. Many are living in squalor and slums, unable to have 3 square meals a day. We appeal therefore that government should do more to bring succor to the impoverished citizens.
About 74 women are beneficiaries in the production, packaging and branding of reusable menstrual pads, which is aimed at promoting menstrual hygiene, management, education and financial empowerment for girls and women in crisis-prone communities. The training was held in Jos, Plateau State under the auspices of Women and Girl Child Rescue Development Initiative as part of an intervention for rural women and girls within the reproductive age bracket.
For 4 days, women and girls from crisis-affected areas in Plateau North Senatorial District and from different faith backgrounds were in Jos, the state capital, for a training on making reusable menstrual pads. The exercise is to promote menstrual hygiene and equip participants with skills in local production of reusable pads and empower them to earn an income in order to impact their communities.
Today is the 4th day that we've been training women and girls from underserved communities on the production, packaging and branding of the reusable menstrual pads. We came up with this idea where women are trained on how to produce it. They are not just producing it, but they are packaging it and branding it. So we are doing this to improve the reproductive health of women. We are doing this to improve menstrual hygiene and ensure that women have access to menstrual hygiene products.
This project will be a strategic response to increasing access of women to menstrual health, education and hygiene products that they can learn to do it themselves. As you can see them trying to produce it and use it. And each one of them is going home with at least 24 pieces, and that will last for them perhaps for 2 to 3 years.
Some of the participants expressed delight at a chance to equip themselves with necessary skills and knowledge.
The reusable menstrual pads, and I've heard of it, but I don't know how it's been done. And I was even scared of buying it because I've seen it in the market. But when I came here, now I know how to do it myself. I know that I process it. So the fear of using it will not be there because I know the procedures of doing it.
This is also a big step to save young girls from cervical cancer that has been rampant. So I think with this reusable pad, we can improve menstrual hygiene and then reduce the rate of infections in the society. That's by teaching others that are not familiar with it or have not heard about it.
The training, facilitated by Mission 21 in conjunction with the Girl Child Rescue and Development Initiative, provided various items ranging from pads to wrappers, raw materials and funds to the participants to facilitate the takeoff in their various communities.
So another training exercise, and this time is in Benue State, which has commenced a digital skills initiative to train 10,000 youths in cybersecurity, data analysis, and software engineering under the Digital Literacy and Self-Reliant Program of Governor Hyacinth Alia. While addressing journalists at the training center, the lead consultant for the Skill Up Benue initiative, Mr. Jeffrey Odende, says the initiative includes over 50,000 job linkages with Google for the beneficiaries.
We have 10,000 youth already registered for the program of the ICT, so that once they graduate, they can stay here in Makurdi and be working out there, even in Canada or some other part of the world.
This announcement by Governor Hyacinth Alia of Benue State during the flag-off of the fuel subsidy palliatives gave many Benue youths hope, as over 60,000 applied for the 10,000 slots. Successful candidates who emerged through Google automated assessment have moved to the Benue State University Digital Skills Center, provided with dedicated internet facilities.
You respond by doing what? By raising red flags, informing authorities or informing...
In one of the training halls, participants take their first modular lecture on cybersecurity as they share their aspirations.
We are taking a training on cybersecurity. Cybersecurity has a lot of opportunities. Globally, there are high demands for people who are cybersecurity certified, cybersecurity analysts, who, because the world is going digital.
From the orientation, we know that Benue youths are so lacking behind, and the governor's heart's desire is to bring the Benue youth into the present and also to the future. You know, when you do something and you are sure that that thing is safe, you really want to continue to do that thing. Individual companies need to be sure that their information is secure.
Those who emerge best at this stage will qualify for the next round, as the program is self-paced and automated.
The whole essence of this is to prepare the Benue youth for the global economy. And post-training, we already have conversations and arrangements in place to connect them to amazing opportunities globally. So this is some sort of talent export that the state government is working on. And this will also improve the livelihood of youths in Benue State, connect them to job opportunities that will pay them reasonable amounts of money and also help them to contribute to the GDP of the state.
10,000 shortlisted candidates will run the training for 6 months on and offline for those who cannot be physically present.
This is the first government in Nigeria and in the world training first physical 10,000 people. And then secondly, preparing that after post-training, there should be job handy. And partnership have been done in that sector.
And I'm a customer engineering enablement lead.
Governor Hyacinth Alia's administration says going forward, it's working on instituting the digital skills program at the Benue State University for training of ICT experts.
That's the program today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Melinda Akinlami.